so close to passing out, if they would have passed out in orbit, they would have died in orbit, because they never would have gained consciousness. Nobody knew why it was spinning. NASA thought it was the Agena they docked with. Come to find out, one of their thruster rockets on the service base stuck on, and it was making it roll. So NASA told them to kick off the satellite, and Neil Armstrong reached up and threw 8 switches. They were all breakers. Each one controlled one of these thrusters. He didn't know that thruster was on, but he knew it could be a possibility. So he just shut off all the power to all the thrusters so that it wasn't a possibility. Trouble was, then they started spinning faster. They were spinning once per second. They were getting very close to passing out.
Oh my God.
The pilot, Dave said he was so confused and disoriented, he thought they were flipping end over end. He couldn't figure out that they were rolling. Here's a video he shot out of the window on that side. You're going to kick off that Agena. You can see it disappear in just a second. But there's what he saw out the window. He couldn't tell how they were rolling and flipping or tumbling.
Wow.
So they got rid of the Agena, but then they started spinning even faster, once per second. And they were getting very close to passing out and dying. So Neil Armstrong, like I said, he shut off the thrusters, they got rid of that. And then he grabbed that joystick in there and started firing these thrusters. These are called an orbital attitude control system. These are only supposed to be used when the mission is over. They're going to return to Earth and enter the atmosphere. These are used to line up the spacecraft at the exact angle to hit the atmosphere. If they come in too steeply, they burn up like a match head. If they come in too shallow, they skid off the atmosphere and remain in orbit until they run out of oxygen and die. So he didn't have a choice. He had to fire those rockets.
Okay. So when they had to go to the bathroom, they used a long hose with a rubber fitting that sucked the urine into a collection bag. The crew dumped the waste into space through a vent to the side of the spacecraft. When they had to go number 2, they attached a special bag with adhesive coating to his buttocks. The astronaut then guided the waste into the bag with his fingers. He placed the capsule of germicide into the bag, sealed it, and kneaded the contents. Then the bag was placed in storage. Today, astronauts use a toilet much like the ones on Earth, but operated by vacuum suction. That's the urine. Urine collection device. And that is fecal collection. So yeah, they had to put it, they had to like sit on it, of course. So when it came to eating, to prevent spoilage and to save weight, all the food loaded onto the spacecraft had the water removed and was sealed in special pouches. When the astronaut wanted to eat, he would inject water into the pouch and knead it. After cutting off the neck of the pouch, he squeezed the food directly into his mouth. Used bags were rolled up and stored in waste disposal compartments. Applesauce. Applesauce. Coffee. You had to just, no sugar, no cream. I'd give it coffee. Cream and tomato soup. Can't really get that too well. Chicken and rice. So they would just 3 ounces of hot water, and then you wait 5 to 10 minutes. Look at the directions on that. Chicken and rice, 3 ounces of hot water, 3 to 10 minutes. You wait, and then you just suck it down. Wow. That's pretty cool. Answer me this question. If they only had 45 seconds of fuel remaining when they first got there, did they have more? Did they...
They're still on the move.
But I'm saying, no, for real. I
The
mean...
lunar excursion module had 2 parts.
Okay.
This was the lander part. That's what took them down. It had its own separate engine and its own separate fuel system. When they took off, they were in this part too.
Okay.
That's when they landed. And then it used that as a launching pad.
Okay.
It had its own fuel. It blasted off from the moon, got into orbit, then they had to rendezvous and dock with the command module.
Okay.
And then they both crawled into the command module.
Right. Okay.
And it crashed
I remember
into the
now.
moon.
It just freaked me out when I saw the 45 seconds of fuel remaining. I'm like, what?
If you watch the movie of the landing,
Yeah.
it actually gets down to like 18 seconds on the counter inside the lunar excursion module.
Oh.
They made that estimate afterward,
Okay, yeah.
but it was showing 18 seconds when they landed.
Oh my God, look at this. You get to watch a really cool little film, but you can't sit down, but it's really cool. Mercury orbit is so close to the sun that daytime temperatures could easily melt tin and lead. Venus, nearest to Earth in distance, size, and mass, Venus is still shrouded in mystery, due in part to its dense cloud cover. Mars has long captured our imagination. Mars looks like an Earth desert. Little or no liquid water now exists on Mars, and the Martian atmosphere is very thin. Jupiter, the planet aptly named after the king of the Roman gods. Jupiter is 1,300 times the size of Earth and has 2.5 times more mass than other planets combined. Okay, Neil Armstrong retired from NASA in '71, and he became a professor of engineering at the University of Cincinnati. Armstrong left teaching in the late '70s and served on boards of many corporations. He became directly involved in the space program again in '86, when he served as vice chairman of the Rogers Commission and investigated the Challenger disaster. Look, they even made a special pop can. The first taste of Coca-Cola was July 31st of '85. The Shuttle Challenger. And there's the Coke. And there's the Pepsi. This is the entrance and the exit way. This is really amazing to see. Of course I got a magnet. I love these little things. They've got them out here for us too. On the walkway. That's really cool. Oh yeah. That was awesome. I enjoyed it. Okay, so this is the Gemini. You can actually go and sit in here. Whoa! Oh my God. Oh. This is really cool. Ow, the seed is burning my butt. So yeah. And Gemini. And then this is the Apollo. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it?